Okay, today is a mix of things. Home renovation being one of them. Doing, what are you guys doing? Painting the cabinets?
Yeah, resurfacing the cabinet.
What do you guys technically do for a living? What is it considered?
Bathtubs.
Reglazing bathtubs?
People's bathrooms. So.
Yeah, so they did the counters. Well, he did the counters.
Yeah.
He hung out with us while we worked on the car. But like, look at this. If you guys remember before, they were just plain white.
You can do other colors too. There's like 50 different colors.
Really?
Yeah, I'm talking from greens, pinks, purples, and blues. Like,
that's crazy.
Those are for like doctor's offices.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. No, it looks like 9 David. I'll show you the bathroom. I never showed you guys this. This, if you guys remember, this pink color, and now it's like this nice, like super clean white whole bathtub. Okay, the kitchen is mostly masked off. They're coming back tomorrow, I think, to finish it. We have some projects to do today. Oh, it's so nice out. Oh, I forgot my keys. But yeah, it is a picturesque day outside. It is absolutely beautiful. It's got to be like low 70s. Sun is shining. Oh man, you can just see it. You can see it in like the way things look, that it's nice weather out. It's at least in Florida. Everything gets this yellow tinge when it's hot and humid, and right now everything is like clear and crisp. Am I the only one who sees that, notices that? Is it just my imagination because I'm here? I don't know, because I'll look back at pictures and be like, oh, that was a really nice day outside. You can just see it. You can just see like the colors in the sky and stuff, and that it was a nice day. So anyway, aside from the house stuff, which we won't be getting back to till tomorrow, which will probably be this video, I don't know. I never know these things. You guys know how I am. What I'm doing is working on a welding cart. I'm still sick. I picked the worst times to get sick. It's a beautiful day outside. All I wanted to do is lay inside and be miserable, but I just can't. I can't stay inside anymore. I don't want to sleep my day away. I want to work. I want to be outside in this beautiful, beautiful weather. So what we started working on was a project welding cart. So I started on the bottom. It's obviously for these welders. If you guys haven't seen, I got these new welders. We got the AHP 201 XD, Everlast MTS 221 STI. Both do AC/DC TIG. This is dedicated TIG. This is multi-process. We can do MIG, TIG, stick. Really excited to play with both of these. I have been playing with the AHP, doing some aluminum. And I'm like starting to get the hang of it. Let's see if you can really see it. But laying down some halfway decent beads. It's the first time I've ever used Pulse, and Pulse definitely helps a lot. What we need to do is go to Lowe's, get a new blade for this chop saw, not mine, since you know I'm not a fan of the yellow. But basically this blade is super worn out, so when you put something at a 45, when you get all the way down, it doesn't cut far enough back to cut through it. So what I'd have to do is take the piece, cut it, flip the thing 45 the other way, finish cutting through, and then what would happen is I wouldn't get a perfect 45. And my plan is to TIG weld this whole thing together just for the practice, and it's gonna suck to TIG weld that gap. So gonna get a new cutoff disc, and that should help. That should solve our problem. So we got enough material left to at least start on it. Got our tread plate, basically. Do I have the design here? I need to clean up Ben's mess. I'm Ben's professional maid, by the way. Diet Coke's everywhere. Diet Coke down. So basically the plan is build the bottom for the Everlast, have it square tube, diamond plate, angle holding the diamond plate up, gas bottles in the back, and then it'll kind of be like this, like bottom, Everlast, and then I want to tilt the top one up, run this back to the main support, and then have the main support tied in back to here by the gas bottles. That's kind of my overall plan. I need to get more material, but it's so hard to find a metal supply place. It's so hard to know because there's no like congruent name for a metal supply place. So you just kind of like look up metal, aluminum, steel, and there's a couple within 20 minutes instead of the hour one away I went to. I'm gonna try them out Monday. But for now, we're gonna get started on it. I'm rambling too much talking in the beginning of my videos. As much as it makes no sense for me to take the Z because I have a headache, and the exhaust, the muffler on the Z is split in half. So it has this horrible high resonance rattle, but it's a beautiful day. And why would we not take the Z on a beautiful day? This is what it's made for, right? Beautiful day drives. Ugh. Z doors that don't stay open plus hill equals sketch. The real question is, will the cup holder be big enough for the, oh, it is. Oh, we are in luck. Let's get to cruising, people. I just can't get over this weather. You can't be in a bad, oh, you hear that rattle? But you can't be in a bad mood with weather this nice. It shakes really bad to me. This thing's a piece, but I love it. Good old Lowe's. I think this is what we need. It says stainless on it. Maybe it won't make my stainless look like crap. Grab some nice wire wheels. Hopefully these last longer than my crappy Harbor Freight ones. I need to get a Milwaukee bandsaw at some point. I wonder if they have stand-up bandsaws here. This is what I really need. This is just gonna take up a lot of space. Those of you who know bandsaws, comment below. What should I get? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know anything about bandsaws. I just know bandsaws are very useful with fabrication and belt sanders. If I had both of those things, I could do a lot more. Chop saw is not good for aluminum or stainless or anything like that. So anyway, let me know, those of you who fabricate, like let me know in the comments below, like what are the best cutting tools I should get for just like all around general fab work, you know, doing like exhaust, making, I mean, aluminum stuff's easy because I can cut it with a wood saw, but you know what I mean. Just let me know, comments below. Okay, let's get home and cut some metal. Okay, it's been a lot of trial and error with this chop saw, so now I can cut straight through, but I maxed it out, which I thought would just be 45, but it'll go about 3 degrees past 45. So I cut the second 2 tubes and then realized it was wrong, so I cut them all like an equal amount shorter with it set properly at 45. So everything's a little smaller than it meant to be, but the tanks still fit. Just barely, very snug, because I gave myself a ½ inch of wiggle room originally. Should be okay, should be okay. So we're just gonna continue with it like this. So now I just need to clean up all of the edges. I've already marked which piece is which. Yeah, so I'm gonna clean them all up, tack it all together, test fit again. The only annoying thing is I gotta bring my argon bottle back over here to run the welder, to bring it back over here to test fit it. That's kind of redundant. One thing I hate about cutting metal, one of the many things I hate about cutting metal, is this, like just the metal dust everywhere, everywhere. I'm gonna clean that up. I'm gonna sweep it. Even though I'm gonna cut again, I'm gonna sweep it. I hate it. I really need to stop doing metal work around my camera. I get my lens super dirty. So I got everything cleaned up, nice and prepped for TIG welding. Gaps are nowhere near perfect, not even close actually, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna tack it together, see if everything fits, and weld it out one way or another. Ben has his car in here because he's finally gonna start working on it. If you guys haven't seen the paint reveal video of the Miata, this is it. What is your overall plan there, Ben?
Pretty much just put a 99 motor in it, a new turbo, and just freshen it up.
Yeah, he wants to paint, yeah, I was gonna say he wants to paint the bay.
Just clean the whole car.
Yeah, paint the bay, paint the car, put the body panels back on, body kit back on, you know, put a different turbo on and kind of fix this because it's got this intercore coupler right next to the exhaust manifold, which melts through.
Move that down and then make this side one piece of pipe too. But
which we should be able to do now with the AC/DC TIG welder. Yeah, it's just basically a refresh. So that his car can look as pretty as mine.
Just make a little bit more power and look a lot better.
Yeah.
So I won't be getting shit on by Taylor.
Ben's such a hater. He's like, pretty cars are dumb. I need to get my car done because your car's almost done. I need to make my car look nice.
Dude, I just imagine 2 Hot Boy Miatas like actually tandeming.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be amazing. I'm so happy with how my car came out. Got it all tacked up. I retest fitted. It was annoying trying to tack this side because it was over there and the fan from the welder kept blowing the argon out. So I had a really hard, I was like, what is going on? Why am I struggling so much? I pulled the stick out way in, still doing it. And then I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. Fan's going, blowing all the argon away. So I'm gonna go ahead and start welding it out. Hopefully I don't distort it too much. Okay, I finally did some welds on this thing that I'm actually proud of. Maybe you'll be able to see them. Oh, come on. Yeah, you can see it, right? All of these inside corner joints came out pretty clean. There's another one over here. All out pretty good. That was super easy though. I can't hardly take credit for it because the cup size, I kind of just was able to rest the cup and drag it, and then I just kind of like left the wire in and just fed it and just kind of went over the wire with the pulse setting. Flip it over, inside of these, and then outside. I'll probably actually do the outside first because that's gonna come out the worst. So I'll end on a happy note with me doing that thing. Okay, base frame is done. Well, okay, it's not done actually. I gotta do the angle and the diamond plate, but it's done-ish. Really happy with all of the inside corner joints. They all came out solid. Feathered the edges just to make it nice and not, you know, bulky round, just like a pointed edge. Thought it would look better that way regardless of how the welds turned out, which some of them turned out okay. All in all, very happy with step one of the project. So I'm gonna move on. It is getting a little late and I feel bad running a chop saw. Maybe I'll shut the doors so it's not quite as loud. I don't want to be that guy, but I would like to continue on. I'm missing Matt's Halloween party. I wanted to go, but like being sick and stuff, and it's like an hour and 20-minute drive, and I don't really drink anymore. I definitely wouldn't drink, you know, and make that drive back, and I've got stuff to do tomorrow, so I wouldn't want to stay down there, and it's just like Halloween. I should be at my friend's Halloween party. I don't know. I go back and forth. What do you guys do? Do you prefer staying in or going out? Comment below. I'm curious. Okay, I think we've hit a stopping point for the evening. My throat's pretty sore. But I got these welded in, these pieces of angle. The aluminum plate will go on top of these. The bottles will sit here. I decided to run them like that instead of sideways because it drops them down about a 1/4 inch, which will allow the bottles to recess in here a little bit better. And since they fit so snug, I want them to be as recessed as possible. I don't know. We'll see what tomorrow holds. I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Wait, no, tomorrow. Bye. I took a break from the welding cart to go pick up a project car, which you'll see in another video. But check this out. They finished the counters, or the cabinets. Wow, dude. Wow. I'm blown away. Especially with the blue. Like, this is a new kitchen. Sandy, do you approve? Sandy. Excuse me. I dig it. Yeah, no, it's like so much brighter in here.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like it's like more lively. Like that's sick. Okay, we're getting back to work on the welding cart. Like I said last night, we had a little project car procurement trip that kind of delayed this, but we're getting back to it. Only downfall is I was looking at the local steel suppliers that are like less than 30 minutes away, and none of them have working phone numbers. So I think I'm gonna have to drive an hour to get the remainder of the material that I need to finish this thing. So probably won't finish it in this video, but today I'm gonna go ahead and try to get as far as I can with the material that I have. It's been a little confusing. I've been bouncing around for like 3 days in this one video. This is what's hard about YouTube. You never know how things are gonna go. You never know, you know? But anyway, so what we gotta do is put the angle supports in here, tabs in like the corner or something, kind of hold the diamond plate up because it's just going to sit in there. To be careful where I put my supports, because both of these welders, like most welders, have legs, so it's not like it's sitting on the whole bottom. It's, you know, all the pressure is there and there, so I need to make sure when I weld the supports that I weld them there and there, so it's sitting on the supports. So that's what I'm gonna start working on now. Try to get those cut and welded in, and then we can start doing the diamond plate. Then I'm gonna build the handle and get the bottles on and get all that figured out. So all we'll have to do is build basically the top shelf for the AHP TIG. Okay, got everything welded up. Some of these came out decent, like that one's pretty solid. The one over here is really good. That one came out good. The other one, I don't know, I guess I had my torch angle wrong because I was like looking over the top of it. I don't know, it's kind of weird, came out weird. I mean, these came out okay. Coming up this one, I would always have to like run the rod like it in a weird way. It's just kind of weird. This has been I mean, I've only done the first part, but this has been phenomenal practice. 'Cause I can sit here and weld T-joints and lap joints all day long, you know, and then I get to something real world and have no idea how to do it, like how to work around being in a weird spot and needing to weld in a weird direction. So this has just been really good practice, practicing a super long stick out or running left-handed and all sorts of stuff, which is exactly why I wanted to TIG weld this. Like I said, MIG welding, I would have been done with this in like an hour if I MIG welded it. But practice, 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 practice. The hardest thing about TIG welding, I'm realizing when you're fabricating, is the fit up really needs to be perfect. None of the fit up on this have I done a very good job, so it's been kind of hard to weld. Like the ones where they fit tight, super easy to make a nice weld, but the rest of it doesn't fit super well, so you're just kind of like welding it, you know, you're fighting the gaps and stuff. And it's hard to make like really pretty weld and fight all that stuff. Not quite there yet, but start cutting the diamond plate out and just test fit it. We're gonna have to take it back off, but just to get an idea of what it's gonna look like and make sure everything fits right. I'm excited, this is fun. Welding and fabricating is fun. And it's a nice day. Florida has been killing it with the weather lately. Shout out to Florida. Freaking nice weather. And it's a little warmer today than it has been, but it was like 60 degrees last night. That's amazing. Okay, anyway. First piece of diamond plate cut, hopefully it fits. I just used a skill saw, like a circular wood saw. It seems to work best. The aluminum's pretty soft, so you can use a wood blade. A lot easier than a grinder, which like will want to melt through it, leave rough edges. Let's see, that should be the bigger side. So thing hanging up on the edge, I gotta clean it off, and we should fit good though. Bottom frame is complete. Looking snazzy. Yeah, I'm just gonna start whipping up the rest of it. But I'm really happy, and it feels nice to see it with the diamond plate. It's got more of a finished look than just bars welded together. Got the upper arms prepped. I cut them to 41, which brings them right over the regulator of the bottle. I cut them at 45 at the top, so what I'll do is I'll have basically a handle come back, 45 over, and come around, so I'll have like a full-on back handle. So went ahead and cleaned both sides. Very important with TIG welding. Okay, anyway, I'll update you guys. Okay, well, that's what it looks like with the handle top back situation thing. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and build like the back brace. That way when I weld these, it doesn't pull too hard, because that's something that will happen if I weld the back first, it'll want to pull to the back. So if I tack those bars in, it shouldn't really be able to pull either direction as long as I get them straight. Got the support bars in. I wanted to do them longer than this, but this is just kind of what I had. I already had a couple of pieces that were scrapped that were cut at 45, so I just went with it. I feel like it's going to be plenty strong enough, honestly. Once we weld everything out, I think it's going to be plenty strong enough to have, you know, a 50-pound welder on the front. I don't see it coming down. If it does, we'll learn a lesson. So now I just got to weld all this out. Okay, all this is all welded up. Some of them are nice like that. Other ones are meh. And there's a handful of nice ones on here. I mean, this one's okay. Some of the ones that just in weird spots I had trouble with, like up here. I had real trouble with these two because this one had a big gap. But all in all, not bad, not bad. Definitely TIG welding takes some freaking time, man, because you've gotta get it into the right position every time, or weld way out of position, which is a lot harder TIG welding than it is MIG welding, because you got two hands to worry about. If you're MIG welding, you can kind of like jam the gun in there and just let it go, let it rip. But with TIG welding, you got to make sure that you can get your torch hand in there in a good spot, and then you got to come in with the rod. So it's like there's times where I can get the torch in there fine, but then I can't get the rod in there. It's a challenge. It's not too late yet. It's like 8 o'clock, so oh, Sandy's out here. Sandy, say hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? Say hello. She doesn't like this. She doesn't like being held. Anyway, it's only 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and knock the handle out, because then after that, it'll just be the one last deck for the AHP. So not bad, not bad. Okay, I had to get a little creative. So what I'm doing is 45 off there, match the top, and then it'll 45 here, 45 there, blah, blah, blah. So I needed a 13.5 inside to inside, or short to short, the short section piece. Didn't have one, wasn't long enough. So I had a scrap one that was already cut at 45. So I cut them both, to make them the right piece. And then I'll get to try to make a nice pretty weld with this one because I'll have it just on the bench. It won't be in weird positions. So maybe I'll make something nice. Who knows? I'm gonna get these cleaned up, start welding them on. I don't know. I don't know the best way to weld all this. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Put it on its side, I guess, probably. Yeah, that'd probably work. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention this in the video. I posted it on Instagram, so I just like thought you guys would know already, but we do have a winner for the drift vet. It is @not_JWill. He seems really excited to get the car. He elected to fly in and pick the car up and drive it back instead of having me tow it up there because he's not too far. He's in Tennessee. It's like 10-12 hours. But yeah, he wanted to have like the road trip experience with it, which that's what I would do. And I think that's cool that he wants to like pick it up and enjoy road tripping it back. So I was gonna pick him up from the airport, bring him here, but he says he doesn't have a lot of time. So I'm probably going to meet him at the airport with the car basically. And then that way he can just kind of take off from there and get home in one day. He said he needs to get home pretty much the same day. So very excited to see what he does with the car and if he enjoys it and all that stuff. I mean, he should, how could you not? But you know, I'm really excited to see what somebody else thinks of that car, you know, because my friends who have drove it love it, you know. I guess I'm just curious, and I'm excited because it seems like it's going to the right place, you know. It seems like a kid who really is a gearhead and is passionate about cars and stuff, so I think he'll enjoy it. But yeah, so anyway, I just figured I'd let you guys know. For all of you who are still sitting on the edge of your seat waiting to know, now you know. So I just fusion welded this because the fitment was actually nice for once. Actually cut this one somewhat well, so I was able to just fusion weld it because it's not at all structural. It's just a handle. Looks good. Okay, gonna weld the rest of these. Still haven't figured that out yet. Probably just gonna lay this thing on its side, like I said. Last clip. Okay, bye. Well, that's as far as we go with the old welding cart today. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it looks nice, definitely super sturdy. These welds, by far, all my best welds. Some fusion, some not. Like that wasn't fusion, that wasn't fusion. But all in all, like every weld on the handle section, I'm very, very happy with. I did have to add an inch to this. It wasn't, I don't know, I guess I marked wrong when I cut it to add this section, and I need to add this section. But all in all, happy with it. I kind of wanted to do something like that to where I had a bunch of welds on the handle, so it worked out. We will pick this back up within a couple of days. I need to go pick up some material. I need to get some stuff for the Miata anyway, because I got to make some stuff for it. So I need material either way to work on it. I'm just itching to get back to working on the Miata. It's here, and I haven't really touched it, you know, and I don't have a long list left, and I want to knock it out. I want to go for the first drive. I want to do all that stuff. So probably within the next few days, we will finish up the welding cart because I'm really hyped to finish it up. I'll finally have a welding cart. It's been the entire time I've had a welder, I had to like take it off the thing and carry it over to where I'm going and hook the bottles back up, and like it's just such a process. Whereas now it'll be on a cart, next step, fab table. So maybe I'll pick up a sheet. Oh, it's gonna be expensive. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you next time.